Hey everyone, my name is Christoph. I wanted to show you something really neat tonight. It's with regard to C# specifically, although it can be applied to different languages. I want to show you how to set up a basic console.net template using the terminal. So as you can see, I have the terminal open right now. I'm using PowerShell. Right now I am in a file called C# coding. It's currently empty. What I'm going to do is just make a folder or make a directory, mkdir. Then I'm going to call it program1. This tutorial assumes, before I get into this next part, that you have .NET installed. I'll have a link in the description if you don't have that installed, but essentially it lets us do what we're about to do. I'm going to type the word .NET, and I'm going to see what it shows us. It gives us a whole bunch of things. This is actually more useful, .niche.h, which basically means help. I don't know what to do. So if you look here, you can see Sdk Commands. I'll highlight that for you. You can't see my mouse cursor, but you can see my highlighting. We're going to look at new. So if you look at new, it says create a new .NET project or file. That's what we're doing today. So there's a whole bunch of other things you could also look at, but don't need to worry about that. It's very easy to get overwhelmed, especially if you haven't done this type of thing before. So let's just continue with the basics. So I'm going to do .NET new, take it one step at a time. And as you can see, a bunch more information just basically came into our face. So we need to kind of digest this, but not all of it. I'll show you. So templates. Remember, I kind of said that at the beginning of this video. This is what we're dealing with. All these different things, Razor page, MVC viewports, ASP.NET Core Empty, all of these are templates, which is essentially a program or a bunch of programming files that are set up in a certain way to make our lives easier whenever we're trying to develop a certain thing. So in our case, we care about the console application. This is just your basic default program, and it's what you're using probably for class or for a lab. And if you just want to play around with the language, specifically C#, F# or VB, then this is what you use. And let me show you how to make that. We do .NET new, which we just did, and then you add console. This would make a .NET console template, but there's an important step before you do this. As I said, I'm in my C# coding directory. I actually want to go one more deeper like this. So now I'm in my program 1. So I'm actually going to do .NET new console now. And the reason I did it here is because I want to have a bunch of different programs that are C#, right? And if I put this console template into my root directory, then it kind of confuses things and it doesn't need to be there. So this is just better organization. As you can see, as I was talking, I did .NET new console, and now the template console application was created successfully. That's great. So let's open it up. If you're using Visual Studio Code like I am, you can do code dot, and it will open your file up in Visual Studio Code. So right now, if I look over to my left, I see program.cs. This is the program the template just gave me, just spat out at me. It's perfect. You notice that I clicked something in the bottom right-hand corner there for a second. I just clicked yes. It essentially made what's called a launch.json and task.json. You don't need to know how to write this, but essentially what it is it tells our program how to build and what to make. And basically, we're asking it to make an executable so that we can run our program. That's all this is. You don't need to worry about that. Close that out. Program.cs is what we're concerned about. This is the program that runs our code. So let me run the code. Seems like a logical thing to do. Run without debugging. Don't need to worry about debugging is, and perfect. Hello world. If you just want to run it yourself, you can also do Control F5. Weird keybind, I know, but that's what people like nowadays. And just to make sure this is our file, we can just do console.write line, and we can add this is a console template, right? And if I do Control F5 again, you'll see in our terminal or our debug console, this is the console template, right? So this is fully set up C# application .NET template for you to use in whatever you want to use it for. So I hope this video helped you in setting this up. I know it was confusing for me because I didn't know the specific command line inputs that I needed to, but yeah, I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll link the .NET download from Microsoft if you don't have it already in the comments, and I hope you guys have a great day. I plan to do more of these kind of tips. I guess you can call it sort of a blog. It's just useful information that I've learned while on my journey that I want to give back to you guys so that I can spread the knowledge, share the knowledge, which I think is really valuable in the age of technology.